Okay, I'm
Keep drinking,
recording.
my
All
friend.
right, I'm recording.
Okay.
You should all of a sudden random stop talking. By the way, I sent the link, Zig.
Yeah,
I
I got
got
it.
it. I clicked it.
When
Anyways,
there was a long time ago.
hi. This is our first
Yeah,
ever Seraphim reading, and we're going to be reading Half Realms. I'm John. Sunar. I'm Giant Game Team 777. Shut up. Well,
no,
and,
we're not gonna shut up.
and I'm accompanied by
Who's going? You or me?
I don't know.
We're not very
Well,
good at it.
I'm Child of Maka, also known as Archangel by people who know me by my Utaite stuff. And yeah, pass it on to the next guy.
The next guy
I'm Zig, also known as Badrock 27, aka Young Willoughby. I'm,
is AKA the
I'm hood.
terrorist.
I'm hood.
AKA the terrorist.
Oh, the
Hey,
North way.
that's kind of racist. I'm allow it though because you're just so cute.
I'm
Really?
feel uncomfortable or not.
Oh gosh. We were supposed to have a different group, a different girl here, but she decided to go poof. Anyway,
Yeah, so we got John instead. Oh,
Burn.
anyways, we're gonna be reading Half Realms, which is on Quotev. The link will be in the down below in our crotch area. If you
oh
want to see.
baby,
Oh,
are you sure you'll be able to get there with my mouth all over you?
oh gosh. Anyways, who wants to start reading
I
first?
can start.
Okay.
A long time ago, our world was filled with lore and mystery.
I love
Now we live in the broken world filled with war and conflict. Legend has it that there was a world known as Elenia, a land filled with mystery and magic. In this world, there were powerful races of elves who specialized in controlling the forces of nature that governed their world.
Oh
They
gosh.
were wise, containing knowledge that surpassed all other races. But then, one day, all of a sudden, they mysteriously vanished from their world. Soon after, Elenia fell into chaos. Thus the nations of this world fell into discord. War broke out, and life began to wither and die.
He sounds
Now the
like a
legend of
kid's
Elenia
voice.
doesn't even exist as a myth. Along with the elves, the
Who
legend of
is?
Elenia vanished from imaginations and hearts almost as suddenly as a light that has been switched off. Now, in the year 2019, people live their everyday lives like any other. However, the legend of Elenia is more dangerous to be forgotten than remembered.
Wow. That was okay. That was epic. It sounded like we were watching a biography on PBS Kids or something. Seriously. Anyway, Zach, what'd you think?
It's, I don't know.
What?
I don't know anything
Chapter
about what's happening. I gather there's elves and a place called Alenia,
Yes, in
which
a
I don't know
magical
why.
world for millennia, elves once ruled supreme over all other races. Then suddenly they all died.
Well, apparently all I got from that prologue was there's a place called Alenia and there's law.
It's law.
This is what you needed to get. So recap, people. There's a world called Elenia. They used to be ruled by elves, and the elves vanished, and like everything fell to hell. The end. Ta ha!
Wow.
Right.
Anyways,
So what I get from that is I've been
anyways,
smoking too much hashish.
Anyways, on chat. Now we're moving on to chapter one. How this is going to
Chapter
work? You three. That how two. This how this is going to work.
count, John.
We're going to read
Count,
something
count.
and then we're going to trade readers every single time someone is talking.
Dialogue.
So every time a dialogue scene comes up. So if I start reading and the dialogue comes on, it switches to the next person. Which let's go in order, which is me, Badrock, and then Arky.
Ooh, wonderful.
How's that sound?
Meeny, Beautiful, meeny, miny, darling. go.
Huh? Okay. Chapter 1, Akihiko Hajime.
Oh, baby.
And then we see absolutely fancy, um,
That's who he looks
Japanese
like.
art.
A orange-haired Sora.
What?
At least from like
Yeah,
this.
he does.
You see it, right? Right.
Like,
I'm not crazy.
He's got a keyblade in his pants. Oh God, it's gonna grow.
oh wow. Anyways, we begin our story with we begin our story with a young boy named Akihiko Hajime. He was currently laying down on his soft bed with his orange hair and soft skin glistening due to the morning sun striking his
Is
body.
this a porno?
Right? That's what I said. I was like,
Oh,
what is why do I feel like there's about to be like some random
I
porn
know,
star
it's like-
walking in, just
like-
like, "Ooh, is that your morning wood I see? Should I help you with that?"
Your turn, Zig. Oh,
We have the same thought pattern. It's awesome.
your
Just wait
turn.
till the second chapter, it gets worse.
Right. Cool.
Your turn, Zig.
You got that?
Isn't it? Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's your turn.
Aki, time to wake up, you little. What? Right, that's just feminine as a gang, right? Scream from downstairs. His big eyes slowly widen, still a bit groggy. He groans a bit.
Ah!
Yeah, like that. Before his eyes fling open his body. Fling open his.
What? His
I
eyes
don't know.
open his body in half.
I don't know.
Anyway, keep going.
Immediately bouncing up like a spring, and turning to his clock,
Oh my god, I thought it said cock.
like you do.
Okay.
Hurry up, I'm gonna be late, Akihiko screams, jumping out of bed, still shirtless, wearing nothing but a pair of briefs covering his hip section. Who calls it a hip section? Okay, whatever. It's a waist, that's what it's called. Okay, moving on. He walks over to his closet and pulls out a white dress shirt along with a blue jacket. He then pulls out some blue dress pants, quickly slipping on over his small figure. He dashes downstairs, still pulling his pants above his hips, his small, slim chest still showing due to his shirt still being unbuttoned. Ooh la
Yeah, this
la.
really sounds like the beginning of a porno.
Right?
I
Just like,
know.
oh,
Is he gonna be
you're
downstairs and there's gonna
dead.
be like a silver
Anyway, he grabs
piece
his
of delivery
bag
guy?
along with a piece of toast. He stuffs the piece of toast into his mouth. Stuffing mouth, same sentence, no. Before dashing out the door.
Hold on. Oh. Um. See you later, Mom, he says, mumbling with a piece of toast in his small mouth. He dashes into the school.
That's like
He dashes through the school gates, up through
That
the
was
school halls
fast.
till he reaches his classroom. He quietly opens the door and sees the teacher shouting out attendance. He quietly sneaks in and slides into his seat.
Like he would
Hajime
inside a work.
Akihiko, the teacher asks just as he sits down.
Present! He stayed
He
standing
stayed
up
standing up as if he were there the whole time.
Oh, baby.
Good, well then on to her. Oh, wait.
That's me.
Exactly.
Oh,
You
hey.
just walked
I
all
got one
over my
line?
lines.
I get one line. What the fuck?
We all had one line.
Good. Well, on
Shit.
to our lesson, the teacher says as he continues to write on the chalkboard. Akihiko sits down, fitting himself into his desk.
Like you would fit on a cock.
Your turn, Arki.
I thought it was his turn.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. No, wait. You took his turn.
I'm so confundeled. But I'm going to go, and you're all going to stay there and take it like a man.
Okay, just don't go too hard.
A voice, oh, baby, you know. A voice whispers from the desk next to him. His.
As it does.
Okay, it's your turn.
Sure. Is it? It's yours, right? You go after.
Okay, I'll go. Okay. You sure? You sure are way too sneaky, Aki. A boy with brown
Ooh.
hair and glasses says from the seat next to him. This kid's name is Ryu Masaki, and is one of Akihiko's closest friends.
Ooh,
Being
Secret hand job.
since junior high. He looks over at Ryo, smiling, and replies.
See, they don't talk about how smooth Rio's skin is because he's not going to be in the porno section.
Right? In the next chapter, they just
Hey.
see Tatsuo and keep saying his large this, his large that.
Don't spoil
Lar-
anything.
Yeah.
Go on.
It seems like I've got a lot to look forward to.
Go on.
Hey, what can I say? If you got it, flaunt it. Plus, it does keep me alive. Akihiko says jokingly, chuckling under his breath. Ryo sighs and stares at Akihiko with a mildly irritated look.
Your luck is gonna run out one of these days, kiddo. Ryo says with a grin to Akihiko.
Who you calling kid? We're the same age, he says, laughing, his voice still remaining in a whisper, but slightly intensified.
That was hilarious because my voice is all manly, then you're like, hi.
He's the big spoon and you're the little one.
Yeah, that's right, big boy.
Anyways, Zig.
Yeah. Hajime-san, Masaki-san, if you wish to speak, feel free to do it later. Or would you like to
Enjoy
talk
it
in the hall?
later.
The teacher says, glancing at them from the corner of his eyes. Hours flew by like mere seconds. Eventually, lunch rolled around. Akihiko and Rio dashed up the top of the roof as soon as the lunch bell rang. They sat down by the railing, prepared their instant ramen. They prepared.
Everyone in the ramen.
I realized that this guy does not use commas when he should.
Right? No, no, that seriously throws me off in the next chapter. I'm just like, blah, blah, wait a minute. That makes no. Oh, it's commas.
Yeah,
Anyways, go on.
right. It's the ramen they prepared before school. It's a bit cold by now, however, it is food nonetheless.
Ikitakimasu! They both.
Read it as it says.
You know
Thank you
what,
for the
good girl?
food! They both said as they pulled out their chopsticks and began slurping. Don't stop. Out of
Alright.
those near soggy noodles.
Alright, they're one step away from Akihiko going, you know what could go with these noodles? A cream
Steven?
pie.
Aki! Aki!
If you get that, you're
A
perfect.
female voice screamed from the distance. Akihiko and Ryo turned their heads to a young woman with long black hair and matching eyes. This young girl's name is Kiyomi Hanako, a strong young woman who's the eye of all the freshmen and even some seniors. She is a talented archer and got the highest score of all the freshmen who took the entrance exam this year.
What is it, Kiyomi? Rio says, looking up at the young lady with
Rio,
a bewildered look of perversion. His
Rio, how
inner
many
goddess.
times have I told you to not call me? It's like, oh my god, I can't speak. Rio, how many times have I told you to call me Kyo? Kiyomi says, leaning over, placing her arms and her boobs on her hips, glaring down at Rio with a stern look boob face.
You know what?
But Kyo isn't really fem. At that moment, Kiyomi grabbed Ryo by the ear, pulling on it as hard as she could as she screamed into his ear.
It's your turn.
Alright, Mike. If you say it's not feminine one more time, I'm going to tear your ear off and shove it down your throat so you can hear yourself take a shit.
What's up, Kyo? Akihiko asks after slurping his ramen into his mouth.
Um. Oh yeah, you know Katsuo Takashi?
Oh, baby, he's so hot.
Kiyomi asked, still gripping Ryo's ear tightly.
Well, like seriously, he's sexy. Like really, I would lick the sweat off of his body.
Okay, we're moving on.
Carry on. Nothing to see here. Just
We've had this conversation. You're either gonna be licking dry flesh or it's gonna be salty. At least
Okay,
salty,
it's your
it has
turn.
some flavor. Flavor.
Zigmar!
To be honest, I'll leave that to the condom.
Oh my god. Wait, so you
Who
eat
do
the
you think
condoms?
who's right? Leave your answer down in the comment section below. And cue advertisement here. Anyways,
And if you think John's obvious escapism is his way to compensate for his lack of experience in this field, leave your comments below.
shut up.
Well, I say that it's a compensation for his lack of a penis.
Hey,
I
anyways, let's.
second
It's
that
your turn.
motion.
Moving on.
Right. Okay. Where were we? We fucking forgot.
Katsuo Takashi.
Where? Oh, wait, we're at the what, why, what happened?
Who doesn't?
Oh, who doesn't cut his mind like that?
Oh no. Oh wait. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Who
that's
doesn't
who
know? Yeah. Who doesn't know Katsuo? How that rhymes. Ha ha ha.
Right.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Katsuo? Wait.
It's your turn to read.
I know, but who doesn't? Katsuo is the best. Who doesn't? Katsuo is the school's best athlete. He's good at baseball,
Ooh.
basketball,
So he's a
kendo.
pitcher and a catcher.
I don't think there's a sport he can't do. Anyway, what about him? Akihiko says at the woman still pulling on Ryo's ear. The young man whimpering in pain.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it's
Oh,
pleasure.
let's marry.
He got in a fight today, Kiyomi says, finally letting go of Ryo's ear. I wonder how many people are just going, what the fudge is with his voice dropping and going and
I know.
La.
It's still you, dude.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Ryo rubs yeah, pulsing red. Oh, he kills her. Cringing a bit from the pain.
Oh god.
So
never heard of-
Katsuo always gets into a fight. Ryo stated.
Well, yeah, but this one was a Seriously, we almost killed a kid this time. Kiyomi
So
replied.
funny, because that's a chick!
I know! The boy's eyes widened with surprise. Katsuo isn't one to shy away from fights, but he always shows enough restraint to make his point and move on. But has never caused any. You can't use "but" at the beginning of a sentence.
You could, it's just, people do
It's not.
it.
It's not. No, no.
Just don't tell people that
English.
aren't
This is poor
English
grammar.
speakers.
It's hurting my feelings.
People who just don't tell non-English speakers who are learning English to do that, or else they'll think they do it all the time.
I'm
But
British,
you
and this is
are
poor
allowed
grammar.
to you can use fragments if you're writing creatively. You just have to have using them with a purpose.
It's hurting my feelings.
Oh, your poor little feelings are hurt like a little baby. Do you want a band-aid with that? Sorry, too bad. Move on.
Oh!
I'm
Clap.
British. I can't live without grammar.
Anyways,
I thought you can live
continue. Continue,
But has
guys.
never caused any serious injuries, that alone, losing it to the extent of nearly killing someone.
Okay, where were we?
I'm actually trying to find
Yeah,
it
no,
now.
fucked up your entire
Oh,
reading.
wait. Yeah, what? Oh yeah, there we are. What? Why? What happened? Akihiko said, looking up at Kiyomi with surprise and awe. Why are you looking at an awe? Oh, oh.
No one knows the details, but what is known, he just suddenly lost it, going into a fit of rage. He began beating the poor guy over and over again. He couldn't even fight back.
It's Mickey Mouse.
He has two
I
wretched
told you that fucker was evil.
a broken arm and leg as well as he
Don't forget stab wounds.
he sees straight from either of his eyes, Kiyomi explained, and no spoilers.
They wouldn't have known that if you hadn't screamed it.
He can't see straight from either of his eyes.
So he's blind. Okay, moving on.
I thought he turned into an iguana. Fucking. Wow. Wow, remind me not to get on his bad side. Rio said, staring up with a blank stare at. Okay, that's just redundant.
Yeah, blank stare.
Okay, it's still
Blink
used.
The girl. At that moment, the school bell rang, signaling that lunch was there.
Capitalize or comma person. Oh man, I didn't even get to eat, Rio says as he stares down at his unfortunately full cup of ramen.
Oh, stop complaining. You can always eat later, Kiyomi replied.
That's what she said.
Like, dude, unless it's the end of the world and a zombie apocalypse hits, wink. Rio stays standing up.
No spoilers.
Towards to the door. The door with that doesn't even make sense.
Don't worry. Yesterday there was conceders.
You know what's gonna happen? I bet you I know what's gonna giants.
Attack on Titan all over again.
Yeah.
Sie
sind guys are
und
fucking-
wirst in die Jäger. You watch way too many movies, Kiyomi replied as the two walked toward the door. Akihiko just sat there for a while, staring down at his cup of ramen, pondering about the news that he just heard from his friend. He found it a bit out of character, a guy who usually showed tremendous self-control. Now suddenly losing it felt a bit off to him. Just like
Well, he
his...
was German, so it made sense.
Hey, Spacehead! You're gonna be late for class! Kiyomi
Mickey Mouse
screamed out
strikes
towards
again!
Akihiko.
Oh, he's
Is it
come.
right? John, go.
I just read.
It's your turn.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was. Fuck. Yeah, coming. Akihiko said, slowly lifting himself off the floor and towards the door. Hours passed as the final bell rang, though, through the school halls. The kids poured out of the doors and rushed to head back to their comfortable homes. The three stood outside the school walls talking as they usually do when they suddenly see a large man pass them by.
Oh,
Oh,
part two of the
Jesus.
porno.
Like, he's a flasher. We have so many flashes in this.
He's the
The man
secret.
was tall,
he's the
standing
secret
about
uke.
6'5". He was wearing the usual school. He's not a man. He's wearing his uniform, hinting that he was a student there, most likely a senior by appearance. He had short brown hair and matching eyes. Under his clothing, you could see a muscular physique.
Porno part two.
I wonder if he's gay.
I think he has a boyfriend.
Oh,
And I say that he's a
Okay,
secret.
okay, it's your
uke.
turn.
Anyway, There's Katsuo. Man, his eyes are scary. It turns me on. Ryo said, glancing and watching Katsuo walk along the street.
Yeah, he looks so serious, right, Aki? Kiyomi said, glancing over at Akihiko, who was staring intently at Katsuo as he walked by.
Ah, oh yeah.
94/7.
He replied before turning back to stare at Katsuo.
And yet, his eyes look so sad. Akihiko thought to himself as the large boy walked down the street, his backpack stretched over his shoulder.
I gave myself hiccups. I laughed so hard.
Remember, when to get rid of hiccups, you take a deep breath and swallow.
Yeah, I'll give you something to swallow.
Ooh,
Anyways,
look at
okay.
that. Okay, click chapter 2. You see that man. Ooh la la.
And Zig, what'd you think of chapter 1?
This is definitely gonna progress into a pornography, I swear.
Oh, it so is. And oh my
If
god,
it does,
when you
if
see
it
how
doesn't,
angsty Katsuo is, you totally will understand why Shun and I both say he's a secret uke.
I tell you straight, if it doesn't progress into a pornography, I am going to be so disappointed. Like, seriously?
We should read the next chapter, and every time someone talks, we should sing.
No.
Well, I gotta go to bed now. I have work in the morning.
What?
Oh, that's
But
so.
we only have one more chapter to go. Come on.
I have to pay a mortgage.
Come on, stay for one more chapter.
I'm alive.
Well, let me see who's
I'm
working tomorrow.
alive. Oh yeah.
Okay, that's about half an hour. Okay, let me see who's working tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 9th, and I'm working. Sabine. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
need you.
Chapter 2. Go to chapter
Katsuo
2.
Takashi. Angst is my name.
All
Emo
right.
is my profession.
Okay. I've come up with an ingenious plan to see who goes first.
You should
I
start
say
because
we
you're the
could.
only one who hasn't started yet.
Yeah, let's continue on who hadn't gone yet.
Oh, Tom. I was gonna do eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but forget it.
No. By the way, what do you think of Katsuo's picture?
He looks a lot like me when I was younger.
Wow.
A lot less hairy though. More muscles,
Well, that's a really awkward thought now.
bit taller,
Um,
more
hmm.
pronounced chin. His nose isn't crooked. His chin is bigger. His lips aren't as weird as mine. His eyes aren't wonky. His eyebrows aren't as thick. His ears
Okay.
aren't.
In other words, he's nothing like you.
No.
Okay, who read last?
It's the only the only person who hasn't started a chapter is Zig.
No, wait.
Right,
Who
I'll
read?
do it.
Who ended the
You want
chapter?
me to do it? I'll do it.
I
Okay.
think I ended the chapter.
Okay,
I
so it's
think.
me.
Right. Huh.
Okay, chapter 2. Katsuo Takashi.
We now rewind time to about that exact.
We rewind time to about 5:30 in the
I
morning
was
of the,
starting.
of the of the exact same day. This,
What the fuck?
Cue the porno music here.
this time, instead of entering Akihiko's house,
Why?
we go to a rundown little house near the edge of town. Now, it's not only run down like falling apart, but it's not in tip-top shape either.
Moan, my
We
baby.
walk through the door and go through
Oh,
go down the
oh,
hall, a
baby.
small
Ah,
a hall a bit,
ah.
to a small room where a large young man is sleeping. His head
Mm.
by a thin blanket covering his sweaty head.
Oh yeah. Oh, what head?
On the pillow, the two large feet
Oh, he
hanging
has
off
two pillows.
of
It's
the edge.
covering up his morning wood.
Stop it! The alarm rang through the young man's ears as he limply
Mm.
raised up from
I bet something else is firm.
the side of the bed. The large muscular arm slammed a
Oh.
fist on the snooze button as he groaned a bit before rolling off his
I
stomach
see
and
he's
onto
an
the side of the
expert in
bed.
fisting.
I see he's the little spoon.
Right? I totally say he's the secret uke.
He sat there.
I'm gonna tell you straight. Katsuo, he's a masochist.
He,
Right?
he
Like,
sat.
don't you totally see him being like the bottom in everything?
He
Yeah.
sat there
Like
for. He
super
sat.
muscular and
Guys,
man looking.
He sat there for a bit, staring down at the ground, his muscles defined and broken by numerous scars that lie over his.
That's not how scars work. Just pointing it out there. I got quite a few on very precious spots. That's not how scars work.
He had short brown hair, and it was spiked and a bit messy. However, it didn't cover his eyes. His eyes were brown, almost seeming lifeless, with
Hey, I got brown eyes.
with mild hints of anger hiding behind the shells of brown that covered the outer rings.
So they're lifeless but angry. How does that work exactly?
He had a bit of scruff covering.
Maybe he's a zombie.
But zombies are just like, give me no.
He
Maybe
stood
he's
up.
an infected.
He stood up to his feet, wearing only a pair of boxers, as he walked down to the
Mm.
and pulled out the school uniform. He put it over his body, slowly buttoning up the white shirt that covered
Until the plumber came and knocked.
covered his chest. He then walked over towards the dresser and pulled up a picture to what seemed to be
Then
a
he heard a
young
doorbell. Forgetting to
blonde
pull the
hair and
pants all the way
eyes.
up, he went and opened the door and saw the pizza delivery guy there with a boner.
And then, of course, he's still not wearing a shirt, and the pizza delivery guy is just like, I brought your order. And is like, I want you instead.
Oh,
Would you have the vegetarian pizza you ordered? Or do
No,
you
I got
want
the meat lovers.
these?
uh, he pulled. He put it over his body, slowly buttoning up the white shirt that covered his chest. He then walked towards the dresser, pulled a picture to what seemed to be him and a younger boy with blonde hair and green eyes. See you
Oh,
later,
shit, never mind.
See you later, KG, he said as he put the picture back down on the desk before walking out of the room.
There was an awkward moment earlier when that name was Kyo, and then I totally thought it was talking about the chick, and then they said he, and I'm like, what?
Oh, I think I just read over Zig's line.
Yeah, you kind
Yeah,
of
you
did.
did.
Okay, Zig,
You
read it
fucked
again.
up. No, you don't.
Read it
Dude,
again.
just go up to where it says up already.
Wait, where?
Just Suna,
Up,
just
up, up already, Katsuo, there. Up already, Katsuo!
No, because we didn't read the in between. Okay. He walked out the kitchen as he pulls a cup of ramen, pours the cup of ramen into a large metal pan. He then starts the fire from the gas stove and starts heating it up.
This book has got more of a boner for ramen than Naruto.
right? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, people eat melon bread too.
I know.
Okay,
And
your
regular
In
turn.
lemonade
Japan,
tastes
they
of
got
ramen.
onigiri.
Your turn, Sig.
Yeah, I know. Just give me a minute. Me and Archie having a nice conversation here, John. Why you gotta ruin it? Up already, Katsuo!
Oh my god.
From the
Weird
corner.
brother. Someone either has been doing something with their throat too much or has an awfully glassy cold.
Hey. I smoke, like, I only smoke, like, 5 cigarettes a day.
Wow. Anyways.
Yeah, the rest is weed. Anyway, a woman with blonde hair and blue eyes walks around the corner wearing nothing but the master race, looking a little bit groggy as if she just woke up. This
Really?
woman was Tatsuo's mother. Her name was Sarah Takashi. She is an American that met Katsuo's father during a business trip. Almost
Sounds
tell
like
you
another
what.
porno.
Yeah, this is in the on the seven porno. Yeah, she's now currently 58 years old and avid supporter of the porn industry. Let me just get that out. But doesn't look a day over 20. She's been poor of health ever since she was young and ever since Katsuo's father left
And
them.
there
The dick.
is a problem. How is she ill and not looking an age over 20 when she's 58?
I know. Is she like Madonna?
Plastic surgery and Botox?
I'm guessing that's what made her ill.
Silicone fake boob implants?
Yeah, irony.
Oh wow. Anyways, continue.
She got Botox infection.
Continue.
Right.
Look at that weird
Katsuo
wart on her
has been
face.
Katsuo has been taking care of her. He even took on my. This guy does not. Took, took, took on minor jobs so he can help pay the bills.
Hey, mom.
I didn't wake you, did I? You shouldn't go back to bed. Oh, I mean, you should go back to bed. I can get myself ready.
Face palm.
Made him
Katsuo
sound like
says,
Professor Snape.
Katsuo says, walking over and
I was
lightly
just
gripping his
imagining a
mother's
bee
hand.
fuck his fuck with Alan Rickman.
Sarah looks down to see a cut. He's emo, sliding up from his hand up into his shirt.
Oh my.
Is that a new one? Sarah asked, looking up at her son. Katsuo
Oh
does.
my. This is another type of pornography I wanted. This is sick. This is a mother and son. Ah!
That's what I said earlier, too. I'm like, this is so
This is
awkward. It's like
ah,
some Game of Thrones stuff right here.
bad touch. Bad touch. This is like Michael Jackson's childhood stories. This is bad touch.
Hyena.
Okay.
Oh,
Katsuo
God, this is
doesn't
good.
reply. He simply pushes his jacket over his hand, trying to hide it. He looks away, trying to avoid the question. Sarah rolls her arm and places places her hand on the side of Katsuo's face.
Ugh!
Katsu, why do you put yourself through this?
'Cause I'm a
Must you get in
masochist.
so many fights? It
'Cause I'm
drives me
emo.
sick with worry.
'Cause
Oh,
I'm
it's
an
just a
angsty
little daddy
tsundere.
touch. Sarah says, staring up at her son. She stares up at her son for a while, a large smile, commas, a
Right?
large smile sliding across her face. Now get on your
You
knees
look
and do
just like your
exactly what I
father,
say you do.
she says, sliding her soft hand across her son's face. At that moment, oh, Katsuo's
No,
eyes
God,
widened
no.
as a bit of anger flooded his face as he
Oh,
slapped
God, no.
his mother's hand away. Make me a sandwich, woman!
Ah!
No! Don't, don't compare me to him. He left us when we needed him the most. Ow, that hurt.
That's why I have to be a prostitute now.
Katsuo
Leaning
ground his teeth before grabbing his bag and beginning to walk out towards the door.
I have to go to school. You can have the ramen I cooked. What a dick! What the fuck? My sick and ill mother, instant ramen.
I'm
Said,
telling
"Shut
you, he's a tsundere.
He's
He's
not Sundari, he's a dick.
no, he's a tsundere. He's just like, oh,
He's just some dick.
I just made this. It's not like I wanted you to eat it.
He didn't make it, his ramen. You fucking pour boiling water into it and that's it.
Anyway.
It's like me saying I cooked tea.
Okay.
Katsu, wait.
Wait, it's still
I thought he finished reading.
walking. No, he said sourly, walking towards the door.
Oh,
I
well.
didn't, yeah.
Katsu. Wait, can't you at least smile for me? It's been 3 years since.
Smiling won't change a thing. The past don't change the past or improve the future, Mom. I gotta go to school. See you later. Katsuo says, shutting the door behind him, leaving his mother standing there with a saddened expression on her face.
No, and then she comes back dead.
Oh, Katsu. Which was incidentally the word she said when she first fucked Katsu.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Katsu.
Oh, Katsu.
Anyways,
Yeah, seriously, this is like the whole. This is the bait for fangirls and anyone that likes any type of gay porn. Just
But
like
this
this
is
is like,
hetero right here.
yeah.
Really awkward hetero.
go, continue.
Sarah says, watching as the door closes in front of her. Katsuo walks a few miles till he sees kids walking in an orderly fashion
Okay,
along the
I didn't
sidewalk.
understand that. Are we robots now? Do we walk around going, hello, I
What
am Aki
kids
number
walking
three? Right? It's supposed to be a conglomeration of chaos and screaming and
I
skateboarding
know.
and just
When I
not
was
like,
a kid,
I am ID number 52765 reporting.
when I was a kid, fucking shit. We caused so much mess the cars had to get out of our fucking ways. We were crazy, nigga. I used the N-word shit, I'm dead.
Okay, anyways, continue.
Right. What were we?
This-
Orderly fashion, along the sidewalk. The other kids walked alongside each other, talking and giggling, just
Oh my God,
typical high
the
school
pit
stuff.
last night's day was so
You
beautiful.
know, what do you expect?
Oh my God, really? I heard that you couldn't do it when you're on your period. What? Those are lies. You could do it. It's just as weird.
Okay. Anyways, it's still you.
Meanwhile, large arm wrapped around Katsuo's shoulder.
Hey, Akatsu! A young man screamed, putting his arm around Akatsuo's shoulder. The young man
Hurrah!
wasn't wearing his jacket, simply a white. Okay, you're about to understand why I don't understand how he could do this. A white dress shirt and blue pants. He had short, spiky blue hair, hopefully dyed, as well as matching blue eyes. However, you couldn't see them due to his eyes being closed, and so I don't understand how he's walking. He's not Daredevil. And he was smiling so much, he stood about 5'7". So how the fudge did he hug him, put his hands around his shoulder when that dude is like a foot taller than him?
It makes sense. It makes complete sense.
How?
He jumped.
He didn't say that. He just said the arm was put around his shoulder. It's like getting on
Yeah.
tiptoes
All right.
and
Yeah. Maybe he had a footstool with him, or maybe he has really high platform shoes. You never know.
What? Okay.
Maybe he's into the
Okay.
disco scene.
Okay. Continuing. What did I tell you about calling me by my first name, Daisuke? Katsuo says, sounding slightly annoyed by the sudden surprise hug from his friend.
Oh, come on, Yatsu. We've been in the Kendo Club for how long? I think I've known you long enough to refer to you by your first name. Daisuke replies, his arm still wrapped around Katsuo's shoulder, refusing to let go, holding him as more than friends.
Me. Oh, but I didn't say you could give me a nickname. Now remove your hand before I sever it from your shoulder.
Katsuo said, giving Daisuke a glare as he hung onto Katsuo. Daisuke seemed not to care. He simply gave Katsuo a playful, seductive smile in return.
It doesn't say seductive. Anyways,
Well,
hey,
neither are half the things we say,
hey
but
guys, good morning. A young man says, walking up to Daisuke and Katsuo. The young man had black hair and matching black eyes. He stood up at about 5'9" and wore the typical school uniform.
black eyes don't exist.
Do these dickheads who dye their hair just. Does everyone have matching eyes? Like, everyone has a color scheme. I don't fucking get it.
It's your turn, Zig.
I know. It's just like the school's a rainbow.
Next, we just need to find the red, the green, the blue. Oh no, we already have blue, purple, orange. No, we have orange and yellow.
I think it's a rainbow in more ways than one.
Oh, it is. You'll see. Da da da.
Oh, hey, Haruo, Daisuke said to tell to the tall man. Meanwhile, Katsuo rotates his back shoulder, knocking Daisuke off of him. He continues after rotates his back shoulder. How the fuck do you rotate? How the fuck do you rotate your shoulders?
It's
Fucking
easy.
can't
You just
do
go
that.
you just kind of go like that, just like twist it, and you kind of like put your elbow up, and you're just like, ugh, get off of me.
Are you the, this dude is legit the Terminator. You don't read the fuck. Right. I don't know. He continues after with adjusting his necktie to regain his composure. He has a necktie on.
Composition. Hello, you say composure. This is not chemistry.
Well,
What are you two up to this morning? Haruo asks, placing his arm on his side.
nothing much. Nothing much. Katsuo's just being mean again. Daisuke says, pouting a bit.
You know damn well I don't like being touched. Katsuo screamed into Daisuke's
Mother has scarred me for life.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Is it?
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah. At any rate.
Oh. At any rate, did you guys study for the English test today? Haruo asked, ignoring Katsuo's outburst. Capitalize! Katsuo stares back down at Haruo with a blank look in his eyes.
Test? Katsuo asked, sounding a bit nervous.
Yeah, Tess, don't tell me you forgot about it, you big numpty. Haruo asked nervously. Katsuo turned his head, looking up at the sky, glaring a bit, hiding both his shame and his anger.
Yeah, well, I've been kinda busy with stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Katsuo replied.
Yeah, with what exactly? Haruo screams.
Stuff! What that stuff is, it's my business. Okay, jackass?
You dick!
Katsuo
You
screamed,
tsundere
his
dick!
eyes flaring with anger at his friend. Haruo simply sighs as he stares up with a look of care and sorrow towards his friend. You know,
That's my
you can
turn.
let me in.
You know, if you're going through something at home, we can help you. Oh, baby, I can help you relieve some of that
I bet
stress.
you could.
Haruo replies. Katsuo doesn't reply. He simply grips his bag and walks by his friends, leaving them behind and heading into school like the total dickwad he is. But mind him, he's a sexy dickwad, so it's okay.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a douchebag, at least be sexy about it.
I trusted once, and all I got from it was more hurt.
Angst.
Never again. He thought in his head as he ducked so he could fit inside the entrance due to him being taller than most Japanese.
Oh, that's so funny. You make him sound like he's in Gnome Land.
He's 6'7", he's not that tall.
6'5".
6'5".
He's
Jinx.
not that tall.
He is compared to Japanese. I looked it up. The average highest Japanese is
Yeah,
five
but
nine.
yeah, but the Asian, yeah, they're generally short, the Oriental peoples, but they also have the highest extremes of height. The tallest person in the world is an Oriental, is Taiwanese. So he's the shortest for some reason. I don't know why.
Anyways, the senior class walked in one by one until the teacher started calling out attendance. Hours passed till lunch rolled around. Katsuo pulled out a bowl of ramen. Pulled out a bowl of ramen and
Yeah,
started
all his
slurping it
ramen
down.
complexes.
Not even moving, not even moving from his spotting class, as the other kids talked and gossiped.
Date bio, bitches!
His friends were down in the school at the school dojo as usual. Katsuo doesn't go down with them because he considers it's a waste of time and energy.
Lowercase.
Katsuo glances over towards the door to see a group of young men in front of them, where
Glitchy baby.
were two specific ones of them, two
One's
specific
one of them.
ones of them was about 6 feet. He was muscular,
Wow, Katsuo's still taller.
even more so than Katsuo. He had a long goatee that covered his face.
Just call it a beard.
He was wearing a school uniform. However, it wasn't the same one. Instead of blue and white, it was red and white.
Dun dun dun!
He had his arm wrapped around a small guy who looked almost sinister. He stood
Jesus.
he stood at about 5'11" with black hair and black eyes. Instead of wearing a school
Oh,
uniform,
what? People with black hair are evil? Fuck you!
instead of wearing a school uniform, he was wearing a hoodie and a pair of baggy blue jeans, which were hanging below his waist, showing
What?
his boxers.
What?
he had it. He all he had covering his chest was a tainted undershirt.
Slut.
Hey, cat. How you been, buddy? The smaller man says with a sinister tone. Katsuo gets up out of his seat and places his hands into his pockets while giving the man a blank stare.
That's not scary if it's blank.
Hey, yes. If you want to fight, can't we go outside first? And Taro, I thought you liked taller guys. What blow to the head made you fall for him?
Why, the one when the lips were around my other head. That one makes me think a lot clearer.
This is so
Katsuo
good.
said, staring up at the larger man.
You can tell this is a love-hate relationship.
It's not even subtle. They straight up say it.
I, su- I suppose you don't. I suppose you don't know me as well as you thought, huh, Katsuo? Tauru asks, looking at the larger man.
Obviously,
Katsuo
he's looking at
chuckles
his
a bit.
crotch.
I suppose not. Well, let's just get this over with. Katsuo says, stripping to his underwear.
No, it doesn't say
But
that.
all right, while rotating his shoulder again. I think you mean windmilling his fucking arm like a bitch, readying his muscles for a fight.
3, 2, 1, fight!
I'll go for it. You want to go? You can go.
Okay, okay.
Now, let's not be too hasty. Only idiots rush into a fight without talking first, Ichiro says, walking from under Taro's arms and towards Katsuo.
Funny, that's just how I picked you, Katsuo replied. Ichido chuckles and walks by, his arm still into his pocket.
You know some sense of humor. Fuck this. You have an awesome sense of humor, past tense, cause fuck, you really do. You know who else has a good sense? Again, shit.
Lowercase.
I don't think this was like he really. I think he actually thought it was sense, not sense. I don't know. I'm just scared.
I just noticed that.
I just noticed that too.
I'm gonna wake up and the writer's gonna be in front of me like, it is sense, isn't it?
Isn't it? Because I'm Gasai.
God
And
damn it, man.
I'll never let anything hurt you.
Okay, anyways, continuing.
You you know who else has a good sense of humor? Your mother!
Game of
Ichiro says,
Thrones.
giving Katsuo a glance from the corner of his eye. Katsuo's eyes shrunk as his brow narrowed inward as he began glaring at Ichiro. It felt so wrong,
It's
but it also
Do to her.
felt so.
You laid one finger on her, so help me.
Oh, don't worry, she's fine. We just paid her a little visit, but something's so bugging me. Who's Keiji? Ichido interrupts at the point. At that point, Katsuo begins snarling, his body shaking with anger as he
He's a
glares at the small
werewolf.
boy. Tauru notices Katsuo's anger rising as he looks over at Ichido.
Aichi, that's
Yes, I get the line that I love doing.
he says sounding a bit frightened. Ichiro ignores Taro. As he begins laughing so hard, he leans over, holding his stomach. He is running out of his. What? So,
Who is
so
he?
he
Don't
leaves.
tell me he's your
No,
boyfriend. Oh God, this is great. If he's dating you, he must be dead by now. Ichiro said, staring directly at Katsuo, pulling a pocket knife out from his back pocket. I
I
love
don't
this.
understand how you can hold your teeth. Was he cupping his eyes?
I don't even know.
What
All
was
I
he
know is that
doing?
that's like my favorite line in this entire thing. I love doing that part.
The
How
uh,
do
moment.
you hold
he
your
said
teeth?
Okay,
that
it's
last
still you.
sentence. Katsuo's eyes shrunk, signifying he snapped. Bum, bum, bum! Within an instant, his fist flew outwards, connecting with Ichiro's face. Woomph! Uh, uh. The small blue flew back, knocking over 2 or 3. Okay, really? Can't count? It's not like it's 15. I would understand then if you're like, maybe if it's 15 or 20, but it's 2 or 3. It's like not even. It's what? 2, 4? No, that's not right. 5. Oh wait, I skipped that one in between 4 and 2. Oops. Anyway,
Continuing.
Ichiro felt the plate. Oh my god. Ichiro felt the place he punched him for a sec. Like, oh my god, he did not just do that. He totally ruined my foundation and mascara. He is
Yep,
gonna like get it
yep.
real
You
bad.
ruined my knuckles. I got the fucking nails. Sarah!
Fun, like yesterday, that was like 5 hours of buffing.
Guys, continue.
Okay. Um, yeah. Once he, no. Ichiro felt the place he punched him for a second, with his hand as he saw Katsuo dashing towards him. With fear in his eyes, he readied his knife. Once he was in range, he lunged it forward, stabbing into Katsuo's stomach! Katsuo was in such a rage he didn't even flinch. He just kept running as he planted another punch onto the boy's face. Katsuo kept punching and kicking. The poor boy with the blind rage. Blood began to seep from Ichiro and Katsuo's knuckles from striking the kid so much. After being in a state of shock, Taro and the gang dashed forward towards Katsuo to tear him off, but he was too strong. Any attempt they made to pull him off was thwarted due to him knocking them away or not even being able to make him budge. Katsuo kept beating Ichiro over and over till he pulled the dagger that was lodged in his abdomen and aimed it at Ichiro. He then began to impale him over and over again, screaming.
Don't you ever talk about him. Do you hear me, you waste of piss?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck. You waste of piss. That golden shower was not worth it.
I thought I was gonna get real gold.
Jeez.
He doesn't have the pipe much.
Oh, God.
Continue.
Oh, fuck.
He said as he stood over the small boy, leaving him in a bloody pulp below his feet,
And he's alive? How was this?
panting heavily. A few seconds passed as his eyes reverted to normal, noticing what he had done. He stared down at him, down in horror as he pulled his hands up to his
Dun,
face.
dun, dun.
Stared at them for a bit, noticing the mixture of both his and the boy's blood coating his hands in a deep shade of crimson, as he let out a scream of horror.
Now that was goddamn ridiculous.
So, Zig, what do you think of the story?
It's incestuous. It's gay. It's goofy as all hell. And the spelling ain't right.
So, in other words, you liked it.
Sense! Sense! Sense of humor. Sense of humor.
Okay. The reason why the spelling was so little, in his defense, he speaks English isn't his main language, and he speaks two languages. So I give.
three!
And on top of
I've
this,
said and done.
on
Yeah,
top
the
of this,
wrong thing
he's like
said, that's already wrong.
on top of this, he's like, I was up till like 5 in the morning writing this. I was so tired. I was just like,
Dong, 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 dong.
so. Anyways,
Oh my God. Oh, you need to put a link to this song in the description. It's perfect for it.
maybe. Anyways, that would be our little reading session.
I love it like a
We'll
big
continue.
strong baby.
We'll continue
I
this
love it
this
like a
lovely
big strong
story. If
baby.
Zigbar wants to join us, join us in it. That okay. In the next chapter he releases. Anyways, this is Game Teen.
And this is Archangel with his strange voice going everywhere. Love you like a big
This
strong
is Zick
baby.
with his
Ah,
balls in the back.
ah, ah.
And we'll catch
It's
you
in
guys
the
later. See
tongue.
ya.
Every moment's don't take some